Hello and welcome to Road to October, a librarian reviews and recommends horror novels. I'm James Tyner. I'm a librarian with Fresno County Public Library, and I am super excited to share this with you. We got a good one today. This is October. This is scary time, so I try to pick some good ones for you this month. Most importantly, today is Halloween Day, so this comes out on Halloween Day, and so I went through quite a few books and I found one that I think you're all going to love. We are going to look at today The Twisted Ones by Kingfisher. This was a new one to me, one I hadn't read before, and I really enjoyed it, so I can't wait to talk about it with you. This is a scary one. This is a good one. So let's get into it. The Twisted Ones, Kingfisher. So first off, Kingfisher has won Hugo Awards, Nebula Awards. It's actually, the name is actually a pseudonym. The author's name is Ursula Vernon. She writes under that name and has many like children's and teens fantasy and sci-fi series that have won several awards. So this book is written under her pseudonym, Kingfisher. This is an adult novel. This is very scary. Good book. Excellent. This came out in 2019, so it's in October of 2019. So this is about a year old. Definitely worth the read. I enjoy it. So let's dig into it. This book is more of what we would call folk horror. Folk horror usually takes a folk legend, folklore, and then turns that, puts the horror edge on it. We're seeing a lot of that, for instance, in movies. Some of you may have heard of the movie Midsummer that came out recently. Again, folk horror takes a folk legend, folk tale, and it expands on it and turns it into a book or a film. It's also another title for it would be Southern Gothic. It takes place in the South. It's very much those traditions, those communities, and so yeah, it's a cool blend of folk horror, folk legends, and classic Southern setting and tales. So it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit. Again, I'm going to give away a tiny bit. I'm trying not to spoil anything, but again, I just want to give you enough so that maybe you'll be interested. So our main character is by the name of Melissa, but her nickname is Mouse. And the other main character, most important character in the book, is Bongo. Bongo is her dog, and I gotta say, this is one of my favorite dogs I've ever read in a book, because a lot of times animals take on, in novels or books, take on sort of good personification. They take on a lot of human features, and Bongo is a dog, and it's fantastic. It plays out really well. Mouse is a book editor, and her grandmother recently passed away. So Mouse's dad is sick, and he can't clean up the house, so he has Mouse go in. She's no longer living in the area, so she goes to North Carolina. She goes to the grandmother's house to clean it up and get it ready to sell. So when she gets there, she realizes that the grandmother was a hoarder. So the house is jam-packed with stuff and junk. She can barely move in. It's been abandoned for a bit, so it's pretty rough shape, and she has a lot of work. So as she starts to clean up the house and get on to things, she finds the diary of her step-grandfather. So her grandmother married this gentleman, Cotgrave is his name, and he passed away before the grandmother. So she finds the diary, and it's very interesting. There's sort of a mystery in this diary, and things, very strange things start to happen as she reads this, and that's where the novel takes off from there. She learns things about her grandfather in the house, and then some scary things start to happen. The characters here are very believable. The town is very believable. The setting that she's in, the house, it's very relatable. I really enjoyed it. It's a good read. It's a quick read. So definitely check this out. The Twisted Ones by Kingfisher. It's a folk horror. And it's pretty awesome. So let's dig into it a little bit deeper. First off, let's talk about the creep factor. I always love to mention, so you can see how scary or not scary. I'm going to give this one, for creep factor, I'm going to give it a 9. And let me tell you why. Overall, I don't think it's as scary as some, but it does some really interesting things. It really takes a lot of cues from movies. This is one of the few books I've read where there's a legitimate jump scare in it. It's so well written, and the moment takes place so cleanly, so perfectly, that it's an actual jump scare in book form. I thought it was really cool. And there's a lot of moments like that. There's a lot of tension building and good atmosphere and good descriptions. So the creep factor's up there. I'm going to give it a solid 9. I really enjoyed it. So the writing. This takes place from the point of view of Mouse, but as it goes in the diary, there's sort of a description of a book through a book through a book. So it kind of, you're reading secondhand, third hand, further down, people remembering other books and other things that they read, and that's part of the mystery as it plays out. Overall, it's pretty easy to read. It can get a little bit thick, especially when it starts to go back in time with the different journals and things, but that's also part of the fun. But the writing itself, I'm going to give a solid 7 pumpkins. I think it's excellent. I think it's a lot of fun. Very down to earth, very believable characters, and the voice is great. You really feel for Mouse. You're going to fall in love with Bongo like I did. So did I like it? Yes, I absolutely loved it. T. Kingfisher writes fantasy and sci-fi books, and you can definitely see that here. I don't want to give too much away, but you can see some of those influences in this book, but it's done in a way so that it's very believable. Also it moves away from some of the traditional horror tropes that we see, and brings in new things, fresh perspective, fresh eyes, fresh scares, and I really, really enjoyed that. Really cool book. So would I recommend this? I would absolutely recommend this. I think this is a great intro for new readers into horror. I think this is something fresh for those who've read lots of horror. It takes some unique views, some unique turns. I really, really enjoyed this, and I highly recommend it. So for my overall recommendation score, I'm going to give this a solid 9 pumpkins. This is something new, unique, fresh. Check this out. It's a lot of fun. You can get it through Fresno County Public Library. You can put it on hold, pick it up at one of the branches, or we also have it for ebook, so you can download it. I checked the system, it's there. And I'm sure for all of you who are not from Fresno County, you can call your local libraries and try and find it that way. But definitely worth the read. This is The Twisted Ones, T. Kingfisher. Hey, Halloween, you're not doing anything? Get this book. Curl up in the living room, get some hot cocoa, check this out. It's totally worth it. Ton of fun. The Twisted Ones by T. Kingfisher. I hope you enjoy this for a Halloween scare. And again, thanks for joining us. We have a couple more episodes before we take a break for the year. This has been so much fun, so I just wanted to thank you all. Hopefully bringing you some new and fun and scary things to read. All right, we'll see you soon. This has been James Tyner with Road to October. Thank you so much, and have a happy Halloween.